Welcome back, Verse, to a new video today. Woo, Verse, it is, man, I don't know where you guys are at, but from where I'm at right now, it has been hot. It is ridiculously hot. Look at me, I'm already sweating. I had to turn off my fan and everything just so I could do the video. I'm really excited for today, Verse, because there is a trailer that just dropped, and I believe it's called I Play Rocky. Now, I heard about the fact that they were filming a biopic for Sylvester Stallone, who is by far one of my most inspirational actors of all time. I'm going to talk more about that later on, but I will definitely say Sylvester Stallone is definitely a guy you really want to pay attention to, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's really inspirational when it comes down to, you know, talking about life, getting things done, you know? Like, this guy really motivating me to really want to do better in a way, you know what I mean? But right now, we're gonna be reacting to I Play Rocky, and I'm really excited about this. Now, just by the title, I can already tell, is it gonna necessarily be about the making of Rocky? No. It's gonna be how Sylvester Stallone came up to do Rocky. This could end up becoming another Michael, for all we know. And I honestly hope he does, because I think Sylvester Stallone definitely has a very interesting history when it comes down to how he came up in the film industry. Especially since this took place in what, the 70s, 80s, you know? So yeah, this is gonna be a really good one, Verse. So with that said, let's get to it. Ah. Here we go.
Name? I'm Mike. Acting's what I live and breathe for.
He sounds just like him.
You need to show everyone who you are.
I like this girl, Sylvester.
Sylvester?
That's right, his real name.
It's got a nice ring to it. Sylvester Stallone. It's like Peter Parker.
Even has the chin.
Are you delusional? You don't got the looks to be a movie star. Not to mention, you talk like you got rocks in your mouth. Yeah, I know I don't look like Einstein, but I got a brain. The only way for me to show people is me have to write a script for myself.
Yeah, so do
Yeah.
that. Write a script. And give yourself the best part. There's something big here.
You wrote this in 3.5 days.
This is freaking good.
Have someone like Chuck Bronson, or we could do Eastwood.
Guys, I play Rocky.
I have no idea what that means.
So the writer wants to be in it as the lead. No.
I like this.
Throw some money at it. 25K. No.
Raise the offer. Try 75. You parking cars, for Christ's sake, Sylvester.
No.
175.
Go to 200.
No?
I'm not giving this up. Not for $1 million. Not for 10. Hey.
All right, now if you do this,
Comes with some strings.
if you ever fall one day behind schedule,
The meat's frozen solid.
they're gonna kick you to the curb,
You broke your hand.
and they can replace you with a real actor.
I don't even know what I'm doing is any good.
Just do the best acting of your life, and everything will be fine.
That's right, Rock.
They're behind schedule, are they? They're not. It's about having a belief in yourself. It's about going the distance. I put my heart and soul on the page. If I'm not willing to live up to what I wrote, then what's the point? So do you believe in me?
Oh, they're gonna show the screening.
I thought you said you could box. I lied.
Let go of the head.
I'm an actor, goddammit. You always lie. Yeah.
Oh, this is November. I'm looking forward to seeing this. I'm actually getting a little teary, Verse. I'm not gonna lie to you. Oh wow. My thoughts on this biopic that's being made. I didn't expect to cry a little bit on this one. I gotta be honest with you, Verse. This one really hit me hard because I could relate a lot to Sylvester Stallone here when he was younger, because that's kind of what I'm going through right now. You know, acting is something that I wanted to do for a very long time. There have been events in my life that have occurred where it almost caused me to alter my career choices, you know, when it comes down to wanting to entertain. I will definitely say seeing Sylvester Stallone when he was younger, really dealing with the struggle of just trying to start up, and knowing the fact that there are hot people in Hollywood that when they just take one look at you, they don't really see anything without really even giving you a chance to even try. And I seen documentaries of Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger where, you know, they come in, but they look and come off a certain way, but they ended up being some of the most greatest entertainers of all time. Arnold is interesting because he comes in from a background when he was already successful, but in the industry, nobody took him seriously just because of that thick accent. And then Sylvester Stallone came from nothing, and nobody took him seriously because he came off with a certain way of speaking, right? He had a bit of a speech impediment because he was born a certain way, so it affected his speech pattern. But it was really nothing, you know? People just kind of were like, eh. That's why in the biopic, when they were like, you sound like you got a bag of rocks in your mouth, I was like, oh my god. I was like, he actually said that. I was like, whoa. But yeah, the fact that you see Sylvester Stallone here just trying, and then somebody tells him, well, make your own film. And I'm like, exactly. Hey, if they're not gonna take a chance on you, fuck them. Do it yourself. And that's what I've been doing, you know, me and a good buddy of mine. And we've been just kind of doing some of our own projects recently, and I'm working up to doing one myself. And I would definitely say, you know, seeing a film like this really gets me motivated first. I'm genuinely motivated to really want to try to, you know, push myself farther. You know, seeing this biopic, I could tell people are going to want to watch it. Just from what I've seen, I've already heard stories of Sylvester Stallone already talking about his backstory. I remember he mentioned something where he said one time he was going over to all these agencies, and back then, before the internet, you have to go in person. So if you wanted to get talent, you would have to bring in your resume, your headshot, and you would like have to leave it there. He said that there was one time where he like went to a counter and there was a lady, and the lady was like, we're not taking anybody. He was like, well look, he slid it. He was like, well just take it anyway. And then she slid it back. No. I was like, damn, like, wow, you know, back then things were a lot harder. So, you know, knowing the fact that I'm going to see it here on the screen, and you're seeing Sylvester Stallone basically show all these schmucks, my New York accent, all these schmucks up here, you know, thinking that they're all this and that, I'm really intrigued to want to see this verse. And, you know, good on Sylvester Stallone for getting to where he's at now, because I know he wrote a lot of the projects that he's been a part of. And I know the first Rocky he didn't direct it, he started directing them after, but the fact that he wrote it, and the year that it came out, he even won an Oscar for it. That just goes to show how far determination can take you. If you haven't seen any of these two documentaries, I highly recommend them. I believe they're both on Netflix. Check out Sly. Sly is a documentary that definitely goes into his backstory of how he started. I fucking love that documentary. And then watch Arnold too. Even Arnold's is very different. That's how I found out both their stories, where I was like, wow, one came from a very successful background, the other came from a non-successful background. And look where they were at, to the point where they became rivals, and now, as they're old and out of their prime, they're good friends. You know, it's crazy how time flies, you know what I'm saying? So watching this documentary really like hit me hard, because I was like, that's me right now. I want to be honest with you, Verse. I've gotten some success recently, you know, but there's times where like you definitely try to go for something and it just doesn't happen, and you're like, man, acting can take a minute, that's for sure. Well, I'll share something with you. I've had a lot of people tell me before, like, you want to do acting? Really? And I'm like, yeah, I don't know, you know, like, I've been wanting to do it since I was a kid, and just something about acting just really caught my attention. I like the bravery of being able to perform in front of people. I think that's something to really be proud of, you know, because let's be honest, we live in a day and age now where a lot of people are really antisocial. A lot of people are really shy to just say hi to one another. People aren't really talkative to each other anymore. So being an actor, being able to stand on stage, being able to just put yourself out there, you know, like YouTube or whatever, and being able to just entertain, I think that's something that's not easy. And I see a lot of people that have a hard time just trying to talk to one person, and acting was the reason why I'm able to do what I do now. I'm telling you, Verse, when I'm not on camera, even when I am on camera sometimes, I'm so loud, I'm so over the top, I'm so, you know, I'm all doing this and that, because I don't care anymore when it comes down to being quiet. I don't worry about what people think, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I'm really glad, because at one point in my life, Verse, when I was really young, I was super shy, believe it or not. I didn't want to talk to anybody. You know, like when, like, if you were in in middle school or high school and you had to do a presentation, you know everybody had to go at some point, and you know how you will always try to be one of the last ones because you just did not want to go up there in front of everybody? That used to be me. And now I have the mindset where I was like, damn, if I had that over, what, like 15 years ago, then I could definitely tell you I would have been one of the first ones to have done it. Because I think being one of the first ones, you get it over with. And most importantly, you show that you're not scared to have a conversation with a bunch of people. It's really not as bad once you get used to it. Even with the camera, back then when it comes out to the camera, I used to just laugh. I will laugh all the time. That's how badly I struggled being in front of the camera. No, it's nothing. It's like, hey, what's going on? You know, it's really nothing anymore. So, you know, verse, just being able to see this documentary though, I will definitely say already go and check out this film. You already bet your ass that I'm going to be doing a movie review about it. I can't wait to see this this documentary. And then, not documentary, this biopic. It even makes me wonder too, like, if this is Sly, are they going to do one with Arnold? You know, like, that'd be crazy. Talk about the biopic. What I love about this actor, other than the fact that he clearly looks the part, is the fact that he even sounds just like Rocky. You know, just like Sylvester Stallone. And I'm like, man, he really nailed it down. That is straight method acting right there, and I love that. I really love the fact how he even got the expression right. If you look at Sylvester Stallone throughout some of the movies, especially when he was doing Rocky, right? He has a bit of a laid-back expression. He's just like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I don't really know. Hey, Mickey, what happened to my locker? You ain't looking in my locker? Why'd you give some of my locker away? Right? Like, everybody loved impersonating Sylvester Stallone, and this actor got it down like that. So, being able to see how a movie is made, oh my gosh, in biopics, that's what you have to focus on. Like with Michael, it's interesting how they were focusing on the events of his life, but I wanted more of him making the music. And you do get that, but like there was one scene in the movie where like he was in the studio where he came up with Thriller, I believe, or it was Beat It. I liked that scene a lot, and I was like, I wanted more of that. With movies, if they do a biopic about making a movie, I really do hope that they focus on the writing and just the business aspect of how he got started there, just like how they did with Michael here and there. And with here, I can see that already, and I'm just like, do it. Yes, please, let that be in there. This could possibly be my first 10 out of 10 rating for a biopic, dead ass. And I'm telling you right now, Verse, I am so excited for this. Sylvester Stallone is by far my top 3 actors of all time. Nicolas Cage will always be number 1 for me. Sorry, Sylvester. But Sylvester Stallone is right there, man. I'm telling you right now, he's right fucking there. And I'm really excited to know the fact that the trailer does him justice. And I hope the movie does him justice, you know? And I think that we're even going to find out some things that Sylvester probably never even talked about before. So I'm really looking forward to seeing that. And I even like the fact that they even found an actor that looks similar to the real life actor who played Creed, who unfortunately passed away. And I'm just like, oh man, if he was just alive for like another year or two, man, he could have seen this. Put it this way, can you imagine like being successful in your career and then a movie studio comes up to you and is like, hey, we want to make a movie about you. And then like you just see all these actors playing events that you told them about, and it's like they're reliving it. It's like you're literally watching your life on the big screen. And they're not like old tapes or nothing. It's like literally like someone figured it out and is like recreating what happened. And you're like, I never thought I would see that. That has to be crazy, Verse. So with that said, though, Verse, if you like what you saw, do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification for more content as always. Look forward to the next video, Verse. And with that said, I'll see you next time. Later, Verse.